What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Now, with the Champions Trophy going on at the moment, I thought what better way to advertise that tournament than to play it in Cricket Captain 2016. We're back today with our New Zealand Reborn Career Mode series. We've got the old derby, the trans-tasman rivalry, New Zealand taking on Australia, which was actually the first game of the group stage for both of these teams. Unfortunately, it was a rain out, and with that, it means that both teams picked up 1 point. And it's going to be, fairly difficult for both of them to go and get through to the next round. So, New Zealand come up against England tonight, New Zealand time. So a win for them, especially with the result that I am going to talk about in just a second. A win tonight would make it a lot easier for them. A win for England, I think, would almost guarantee them a place in the semi-finals. But the game last night, which was, I guess, Monday night New Zealand time, was actually another rain out against Australia and Bangladesh. So I think Australia needed to bat out another 24 balls, 4 overs, for it to constitute a game. That did not happen. Unfortunately, they did miss out on the chance to, pick up some points, because they were looking pretty good against Bangladesh. I think Bangladesh set about they only set about 180, I think. So Australia were in with a really good chance in this game, it must be said, to go and pick themselves up, as I said, those 2 vital points. But with another rain out, with another washout, it could be very interesting to see what does happen in this group. As I said, the New Zealand-England game tonight, I think, is going to be very, very important. And whoever wins that is going to be a huge stepping stone towards that semi-final spot. And it does help out quite a lot of other teams as well. Well, depending on this result, could help out a lot of teams. And Matt Henry has gone and got Finch. He's then gone and got Voges for a golden duck. So all of a sudden we're down to George Bailey. And Australia, I wouldn't say are struggling, but we've gotten them off to a very good start. We picked up those 3 early wickets. We still do have Steve Smith in, though. He's going to be the big wicket. I think if we can get rid of him, and an absolute corker from Matt Henry. Boy, oh boy, he is bowling well today. It was a real tough choice for this Champions Trophy squad. So I've gone, obviously, with this team that we've got here today. We'll run through it when we have a bat in a bit more detail. But Guptill and Latham opening up for us. Now, New Zealand have gone with Ronke in the Champions Trophy, and he's had a pretty good lead up to it. And that's why he has taken the gloves. Plus, last time Tommy Latham's took the gloves wasn't the greatest show with the bat, so I think they're kind of using him just more as a backup keeper in this situation. But so we've got him, we've got Kane Williamson at 4. I think I then have Kane Williamson at 3. I think we have Ken McClure at 4, who has proved really, really good for me in this career mode. Ross Taylor at 5. I've got Papali at 6, and then Neesham is the all-rounder. No Corey Anderson in this tournament, which is a huge shame. He is out with a broken finger, so out for 3 weeks. So basically, that all-rounder, that number 7 spot, is going to be taken either by Colin Munro or James Neesham. And Neesh just in a bit of better form heading into this game. So that's why he has been selected. But Australia are putting on a nice little partnership here between Steve Smith and George Bailey. We're looking to break that up. Santner really is the only out-and-out spinner that we do have in the squad. I do obviously have a lot of medium pace options. I've got Ben Wheeler and Adam Milne on the bench today as well. It was a really tough choice between Matt Henry and Adam Milne as to who was going to play in this game. Henry getting the nod and doing well so far. He obviously has picked up those couple of wickets early on. Neesham has bowled his 10 straight. Did very well, only going for 32 runs as well. So we're doing pretty well. I won the toss, elected to bowl first just because of the weather conditions, and that has really helped us out big time. So I'm really glad that I did actually win that toss. And we've had a couple of edges there off Trent Boult. He's bowled outstandingly today. He has bowled very, very economically, picked up that wicket early on too, and we just need to keep going and, I guess, put the foot on the throat of the Australians here, and that is definitely going to help with Santner getting Steve Smith for 57 off 99. Very slow from Smith, batting wise. Obviously we're used to seeing him bat very quickly, very hastily, but not today. Really bogged down, and maybe that has something to do with the conditions, something to do with the pitch. I'm hoping that it's just our bowling, and our bowling is on song, and we can look at going far into this tournament. Remember, we do still have England and Bangladesh left to go. But I'm going to bring back Southey now. I just want to make sure that I don't overcook my bowlers and have to use someone at a later date. But a bit of a counter-attack being done here by the Australians, and they're getting up there. I think, really I want to try and keep them under 200. I think, we've bowled well enough for that to happen. And that is going to help us big time. Matty Wade gone. He's one of those guys who likes to play that counter-attacking innings. And we are now down to the bowlers with Pat Cummins coming in at 7 and James Faulkner at 8. And there's another recognised batsman gone. So George Bailey, LBW to Matt Henry. As I said, it was a very good choice putting him in here today. He has done an outstanding job, it must be said. And we just need to make sure, as I said, that we don't muck up our bowlers too much. As Cummins gone, Santner fielding in there, very close in, taking the wicket, and I'll bring Trent Bolt back for his last one, and then after this we should be right to just run through with Southey and Henry for the last couple, and hopefully, as I said, we can keep Australia under that 200 mark. Hopefully we can pick up another couple of wickets. Matt Henry, he has been great today. He's taken 3 for and has just moved the ball all around the place. I don't know if it's to do with the pitch or it's just to do with the bowling. The overcast conditions, that was a reason I really wanted to have a bowl first on this deck, and that's what we've done. Nice Gary. Nathan Lyon has hit that one up. He's put Southey on a hat-trick. Ken McClure taking the catch. He's not going to get it. However, he does pick up just 1 off that over and the 2 wickets. And how nice would it be, and that is going to be a way that Matt Henry, the star of the show, it must be said, in this first innings, takes that final wicket. He finishes with 4 for 41, and New Zealand only need 3.5 and over, so we don't need to go out and be very rash here. I think the Australian bowling lineup is going to be a lot better than their batting lineup. Obviously, they've got Nathan Lyon playing here today, but they do have the 4 quicks, and there's the first one gone. So Guptill gone for just 14 off 19. So got things along, well, got them started along quite nicely. And I must say, the one good thing about chasing such a low total is that all we need is like that 1 boundary and over, and then we're already over that required run rate. So we just need to be careful, make sure we don't play out too many maidens, too many overs that we're just picking up a couple of singles. We still do need some boundaries, and hopefully Tommy and Kane can get that done for us. Because as I said, we don't really need to go after it too much. We just need to get through. It would be nice if we pick up a fairly decent sized victory just for that net run rate. Because I think, especially in the Champions Trophy that's going on at the moment, because of the rain and the weather, though, I think the wins and the margin that you win by is going to become very, very important later on down the track in the tournament. I mean, England picked up a big win against Bangladesh in Game 1. India beat Pakistan big as well in the other group. So I think that is definitely going to come down to it. Net run rate is definitely going to come down to deciding possibly who could go through, especially in this, because there is rain in this game, but I don't think there's a whole lot of it. So we should hopefully be pretty safe. Kane Williamson's playing, that Steve Smith role, very, very slow. 27 off 27 off 77 deliveries. The run rate has gone up to 4 for the first time in the game. And this is where we just need to continue to keep rotating the strike. Because we've got the left and right hand batters. Both of our players are in good form. So, as I said, hopefully we can just keep picking up those boundaries, using those free hits when they're coming around, which they seem to be coming quite often at the moment with the Australian players overstepping the mark. And we've got 15 overs to chase down 54 runs, so I'm guessing we should get there fairly comfortably, especially with the hitting power that we do have left. And Williamson is just going to bunt that one down the ground and pick himself up a 50, coming off 99 balls. I said he was scoring slowly. He's not actually going that much slower than Tom Latham, and I think that just has something to do, with the overhead conditions and the bowling that has been done today. It's been a very good bowling display, not only just from Australia, but from us as well. And that is why there has been the lack of runs, I think. So, the one thing I do think we have in our favour in this game is we still have McClure, Taylor, Papali, Neesham, Santner, even Matt Henry and Tim Southey can hold a bat. So we do have a lot of batting left to come if we do need to come to that. But I don't want to go out and try and be too aggressive now and finish the game off sooner rather than later. I would prefer to see it through, get Tommy Latham and Williamson some more time at the crease in this tournament, because they are going to be crucial, as is Guptill. So we really want them to try and get themselves set. They can see us home from here. Not the case though, as Cummins comes back, gets Latham for 75, and that's a very patient, very well played innings, it must be said, from Tommy Latham. 75 off 131, which was exactly what was needed in the situation. When you're chasing a lowish total, you really want one of those openers to bat through towards the end of the innings, and that is exactly what Tommy Latham did. And that has made it a lot easier for us. Just the 3 runs required, and Williamson is going to hit that one away, pick himself up a boundary, and New Zealand get off the mark in this Champions Trophy with a win. They win by 8 wickets with about 3 overs and a little bit of change left to spare. And these groups are actually different. So we've got Sri Lanka and West Indies. West Indies aren't actually in the tournament, and Bangladesh has missed out. So Pakistan are in. I reckon we probably got the easier group, to be honest, of the two. And we've played probably the hardest team first up, and we have managed to pick up the win. So we played Australia, so I'm definitely happy with that. Happy with how things are going, and we're taking on the West Indies in our next game. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. You should just be able to click down below my face. I was going to say my face cam, but there is no face cam in this video. But down in the bottom, I think it's the bottom right-hand corner or left-hand corner, you can now click on that, and it basically gets you to subscribe straight away to the channel. So make sure you go and check that out. Until next time, I'm going to go grab myself a piece of Alan P. chocolate. That's really out there. Until next time, ka kite anoa. See you soon.